you tonight again, even in another.
Hey, welcome back to English Next Door. Today we're talking about one of the most powerful social skills in English, small talk. Real conversations, real people, a little awkwardness. So relax, grab a coffee, and let's listen. Tom, I think small talk saved my mom's life.
That's a dramatic way to start an episode.
I'm serious.
You mean emotionally?
Yes, she had a terrible week. One of those weeks when everything goes wrong.
We've all had those.
She was standing alone at a bus stop in the rain. A stranger looked at her and said, "Looks like the rain isn't stopping anytime soon."
That's not exactly poetry.
No, but they started talking.
About rain?
About rain, then work, then family, then books.
And?
12 years later, they're still friends.
12 years?
12 years because of a weather conversation.
I was ready to say small talk was pointless.
But
Now I feel like I should rethink my entire personality.
excellent. Welcome to today's episode. Welcome back to English Next Door. I'm Mia.
And I'm Tom.
And today we're talking about small talk.
The thing people do because silence makes them uncomfortable.
Tom,
What?
small talk is social glue.
I think that's giving weather conversations too much responsibility.
It holds society together.
That's a lot of pressure for nice weather, isn't it?
Without small talk, everyone would just stare at their phones
People do that anyway.
because they forgot how to talk to each other.
Or because they're tired.
Both can be true.
That's fair.
Today's mission: convince Tom that small talk matters.
Good luck.
First question: do you ever talk to strangers?
Define strangers.
People you don't know, at a bus stop, in a queue, in a lift.
Not really.
Never?
If someone asks me something directly, I'll answer.
But you don't start conversations.
No.
That's sad.
That's efficient.
Human connection isn't something to be efficient about.
I don't know about that.
Of course you don't. Let's start with the classic topic:
Weather.
weather.
Cold out there.
Looks like rain.
Nice day today.
Nice day, isn't it?
Tag questions.
Tiny invitations to continue talking.
Or tiny invitations to ignore.
Tom,
I'm joking.
mostly.
Mostly.
What's your favorite weather?
Cold mornings.
Really?
Clear skies. Crisp air. Nobody's awake yet. Everything feels still.
That's unexpectedly beautiful.
Don't make it weird.
Mine is warm summer evenings.
Why?
The sun starts going down. People sit outside. You hear distant music. There's a breeze and everything smells good.
That's very specific.
I have strong opinions about weather.
Apparently.
Worst weather?
Rain without an umbrella.
Absolutely.
Especially after checking the forecast.
The weather app betrayed you.
The weather app isn't a promise.
It showed me a little sun emoji.
That's still probability.
That's emotional manipulation.
That's not how science works.
Tell that to my wet shoes. Have you ever had a weather disaster?
Once.
Go on.
I planned a hike.
Sounds healthy.
The forecast said sunny.
Oh no.
Then it started raining.
No umbrella?
I was hiking, Mia.
Continue.
Then it became windy.
Worse.
Then it started hailing.
Tiny ice rocks?
Tiny ice rocks attacking my face.
You were betrayed by nature.
I walked back to my car feeling personally offended by the sky.
I support your anger. Monday mornings.
The universal suffering.
How was your weekend?
The question everyone asks.
What do you say?
Good, thanks. Quiet.
That's your entire answer?
It's accurate.
Tom,
Mia?
give people something.
Fine. Last weekend, I planned to go hiking.
Planned?
I spent 2 hours looking for my car keys.
No.
Yes.
Where were they?
In my jacket pocket.
The jacket you were wearing?
The very same jacket.
That's incredible.
It was humiliating.
That's exactly the kind of story people remember.
Why?
Because everyone has done something similar. I once spent 15 minutes looking for my phone.
Let me guess.
It was in my hand.
Of course.
I was using the flashlight on my phone to look for my phone.
That's impressive.
I was tired.
That's your defense?
That's my defense. Do you ever rehearse conversations before they happen?
Tom? Sometimes.
Tom,
In the shower.
I knew it.
Then the real conversation happens and I say something completely different.
That's so relatable.
You do it too?
Absolutely.
Really?
I practiced introducing myself once.
Did it help?
Someone asked my name and I forgot it.
Your own name?
For half a second.
Incredible.
Panic is powerful. Have you ever waved at someone who wasn't waving at you? Tom?
Twice.
Twice?
Same supermarket.
How?
Apparently I look very approachable from a distance.
What happened?
I waved back.
And?
Then I realized they were greeting someone behind me.
No.
So I committed to the wave.
Tom?
Then I pretended I was stretching.
That's the funniest thing you've ever told me.
It wasn't funny at the time.
Did it work?
Nobody believed I was stretching.
I am crying.
I considered changing supermarkets.
What did you get up to this weekend?
I edited photos,
Artistic.
organized files,
Less artistic.
meal prepped.
You meal prep?
Saves time.
Wildlife photographer, meal prepper.
People contain multitudes.
That's actually wise.
Being organized gives you freedom to be spontaneous.
That's beautiful.
I have my moments.
Sunday is sacred.
Explain.
Coffee, slow breakfast, reading, cooking something complicated.
Sounds peaceful.
Nobody gets my Sunday.
Very protective.
What about you?
Saturday for hobbies, Sunday for organizing the week.
That's responsible.
Future Tom appreciates it.
Present Mia ignores future Mia.
Future Mia suffers.
That's also true. Good small talk isn't just answering.
It's asking back.
Exactly.
If someone says, I went to a farmer's market,
You ask?
did you find anything good?
Perfect.
Where did you go?
Who did you go with?
Was it worth it?
My favorite question?
What is it?
What was the best part?
Optimistic.
People love remembering good moments.
That's true.
Safe topics?
Weather,
Weekends?
films,
Food?
travel,
Unsafe topics?
salary,
Weight?
politics.
Asking someone why they're single.
Asking why they don't have children.
That's not small talk.
That's an interrogation.
Exactly.
Small talk should make people comfortable,
Not judged.
not trapped,
Not uncomfortable.
just welcomed.
I really like that. Can I tell you something?
Always dangerous.
When I moved somewhere new, I didn't know anyone.
That must have been hard.
It was lonely.
Really?
You walk into shops, you go to work, you take the bus. Nobody knows your story.
You're invisible.
Exactly.
So what changed?
Tiny conversations.
Small talk?
The woman at the bakery who remembered my order. The neighbor who asked how my week was. The cashier who wished me luck before an interview.
They probably didn't realize how much it mattered,
They didn't.
but it made you feel seen.
Yes.
I never thought about small talk like that.
Most awkward small talk experience?
A colleague asked, working hard or hardly working?
Oh no.
I didn't realize it was a joke.
What did you say?
Working hard, I suppose.
Seriously?
Completely seriously.
Then?
Silence.
How long?
12 floors in a lift.
12 floors.
He tried talking about weather around floor 9.
Did it help?
It did not.
That's painful.
It really was.
Mine happened at a work event.
What happened?
Someone asked what I do.
Easy question.
My brain stopped working.
And?
I said, things.
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 Then?
I laughed nervously for too long.
Amazing.
He slowly backed away.
That's unfortunate.
I've improved since then.
Preparation helps.
A couple of sentences ready.
Short and natural.
Enough information to continue.
Not your entire autobiography.
Save that for episode 3 of The Friendship.
Sensible.
You know what I've realized?
What?
Maybe nobody actually loves small talk.
That's good.
Small talk isn't about having something clever to say.
No?
It's about saying, I see you.
You're acknowledging another person.
Exactly.
Maybe small talk isn't noise.
Maybe it's how lonely people find each other. Tom?
Maybe it's not about filling silence.
Maybe it's about reminding people they're not alone.
That's probably the nicest thing I've said all year.
I knew you had it in you.
Don't tell anyone.
Too late. That's our episode.
Today we talked about weather,
Weekends,
awkward conversations,
tiny acts of kindness.
and 12 floors of uncomfortable silence.
Try one small conversation this week.
Even if it's just, nice day, isn't it?
Or, how was your weekend?
Ask one follow-up question.
See what happens.
You might make someone's day better.
Or accidentally make a friend for 12 years.
Apparently, that's possible.
And remember,
Small talk isn't about having something clever to say.
it's about saying,
Maybe small talk matters more than we think.
I'm Mia,
And I am Tom.
and English is already next door.
You just have to open the door.
See you next episode.
Bye.